Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in for another episode. We're back. We left, and now we're back a few days later to a wintry wonderland here in Wisconsin.
Winter.
Yeah, we left on a day that was where they got some snow, but like prior to that, we had such nice weather. No snow on the ground. The lakes were thawing out, and then coming back, we hit a major snowstorm, and now we've got as much snow as we've had all year on the ground. The lakes kind of refroze over, but it is going to get warmer, so we're good from that standpoint. But this was the first Bassmaster Classic for the boys and Sarah.
Yep.
And what was the overall take? What did you guys think?
Good.
Hank says good. What,
Great.
Duke? Great.
Actually, I would go great.
So as you can see, we brought back a cowboy and we brought back a Longhorn fan.
We became Texans.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I thought it was a good show. It was exhausting. Definitely not a vacation for Sarah or I. But it was really cool to meet a lot of you guys out there. It was very humbling. How many times we all got stopped, and by we, I don't mean just myself. Sarah, Hank, and Duke were recognized multiple times, which
was bonkers.
It's such a weird thing, isn't it?
It was.
Like it's interesting because so many of you guys have watched for so long that you feel like you know us, but we don't necessarily know you. So when somebody stops you and they're like, "Hey Sarah," or "Hey Matt," or Hank, or Duke, it's like it takes you by surprise every time. Like you're not expecting it, but it's always really cool. And honestly, like that was one of the biggest takeaways for me from the show was how many people watched the channel, how many people stopped and said thanks and
Sincerely, like,
yeah,
not just, fly by the night. I mean, these people were like serious followers, like brought presents.
I mean, like Hank's wearing a Longhorn hat. You got a Longhorn T-shirt from a viewer who, thank you very much, by the way, who brought that by. We had viewers that brought baits for us. We had, it was
heads.
Just super cool. We had a viewer who brought me the 1991 Pro League Bass trading card set, which is super cool because last year they brought me the 1992, and these are the 1991s. So this is going to go down in the tackle room with the other set.
Unopened.
I can't open it. I want to open it. Hank wanted to open it. And that actually had me thinking how, like, I feel like Bassmaster should make a trading card set with all of the anglers. And I don't mean just the anglers in the...
Yeah, I was going to say, what anglers?
In the Classic, all the anglers for that year fishing the Elite Series. And then you could like...
just the Elite. You're talking just the Elites.
Just for the Elite Series, because it is a Bassmaster event. But they could hand that out to all of the people coming in, or at least sell it for like $5. And then the kids
give it away like they give the buckets away. We ended up with 2 more buckets. I was like, I am not carrying around 2 buckets for an entire day at the Expo, because it was the first day of the Expo. We got there, and they wanted buckets, and I said, no, I'm not carrying buckets.
How would we carry the rest of it?
What did I end up doing all day? Carrying 2 buckets.
Not 2 buckets, 2 full buckets.
I mean, there was stuff in it. We could have gotten a bag.
And a whole bag.
The next day, we got a whole bag.
That was filled to the brimmy brim brim.
It was filled to the brimmy brim brim.
So what was some of the favorite things you guys did?
Getting like signed hats and signed t-shirts.
Signed hats
and ice cream.
Yep. Getting ice cream.
Not good. I didn't like it.
Did you get any cool stickers?
Yes.
Did you spin some wheels for prizes?
A bunch. One of them, I was so excited that I got this Plinko.
Plinko, yeah, that one was cool. What'd you win with that one?
I
don't think you
got
got
a raffle.
Oh, that's right. That was the rod raffle. You could win some rods.
Yeah. Lots of things to do for the kids.
The boys, what?
Watch it, Tex.
So Matt was busy working from like 11:30 until 5:30.
The
first day of the expo, but he was signing T-shirts at the Yamaha booth. So we had to go to that, and we ended up with between the 2 days, 5 signed T-shirts.
Oh, really?
And I could have gotten way more. They had so many T-shirts, but there was different people each day. So Hank insisted we go both days to the Yamaha signing. The second day was good. We had Brandon Polinick there. The
You should go get
second
your Skeeter
day,
hat over there.
yeah. The second.
And Mom made a trade T-shirt out.
You trade with
Oh
who?
well, no.
You traded T-shirts.
They gave me T-shirts to go through the line, and then at the end, they're like, "Well, we'll trade you at the end with one that's got all the signatures." At the end, what he's saying is, we had the unsigned T-shirts and the signed T-shirts, and I was like, I don't need 7 T-shirts, so I gave 2 of the unsigned T-shirts back. That's what you're talking about, right?
Big shout out to both Yamaha and Skeeter for doing that. Each day they had a pile of their anglers who would set up and sign autographs the whole time. But not just sign autographs. The cool thing is they had T-shirts and hats that they gave away for free, and then the fans could take it and get it autographed.
It was really cool. I mean, we were talking with Matt's brother who was there, who's a big golfer, and he's like, you would never see this in golf. You would never be able to be face to face with
Let's see it.
with some of the biggest names in golf. Like, you can get up close and personal with. I mean, I was talking at the Yamaha booth with Ish Monroe and Mike Iaconelli and bigger names, big names.
Speaking of Ish Monroe, Ish, you volunteered for babysitting duties, so
multiple times.
I'm gonna find you, man. I'll probably see you. Well, I'll see you at the next Open, but I won't have the kids.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll be. I'll bring the kids to iCast and I'll let you babysit the kids. He did say though he
just sugars them up.
he's great at it. Yeah. Because he just sugars them up and then gives them back to the parents. But
hey,
all right,
come on,
Mr.
sit down.
Sugarhead.
Yeah, but it was really cool. I mean, the access to people, to pros, to some of the best fishermen in the industry, it was really cool.
Yeah, it is very cool to be walking down the aisles. And like for me, it's the same way. Like I look over here and there's Hank Parker.
Yeah, Hank Parker.
Yeah, I look
Van
over
Dam,
here and there's KVD or like Bill Dance, or you walk over here and you turn around and next thing you know you're on live TV because they're filming right here. Like it's such a hands-on event, and that's one of the really cool things about it.
I thought you were gonna say your favorite part was roping.
No.
No?
My next favorite one is getting my Lego airplane.
Oh, your Lego airplane, of course.
Yeah, we got a Lego airplane in the airport. We travel-wise, actually, everything went pretty good considering the conditions were really bad on the way down and really bad on the way back. So that was good because I don't know that I would want to spend like 10 hours delayed with these guys in the airport.
No one ever wants to be delayed.
That's what I'm saying with the kids running around. But they did great.
They did great,
What were some of the highlights for you? We went to the stockyards.
Being outside in shorts and t-shirts.
Seeing the Longhorns.
It's like spring.
Oh, the Longhorns, that was crazy. Hank had we are assuming it was because he had a red Wisconsin sweatshirt on, but we went down we got there on Wednesday. On Thursday, we went and Hank got right up at the sidewalk, and these animals are ginormous.
They're big cows.
They're big. And, there's cowboys on horseback kind of guiding him through if you've never been there. They're just, the horns on these things, they're like 5 feet long each side.
Yeah, they're huge.
They're huge. Anyways, this giant behemoth of an animal stopped right in front of Hank. And right before this, Matt's like, what's our exit strategy if things go wrong here? I'm like, there is no exit strategy. These things will trample us. And this cow stops,
turns his head,
and looks right at Hank.
Who's wearing a bright red shirt.
I mean, none of the other cows are stopped. And I momentarily thought we were going to die.
Yeah,
I pulled Hank back, and then he kind of turned his head and then kept walking. And I was like, oh, thank goodness.
You look like this.
I did. I pulled you back.
Yeah, I kind of have it on film too, because Sarah's like, you should videotape. Just take a picture of the Longhorns walking down the road. So I was just filming it while I was watching, And then Sarah goes, "That's enough. You can turn it off." So I turned it off literally as
As
that
the
cow
cow
turned
goes,
and
yeah.
looked. And then when I thought he was going to get trampled, I turned it back on real quick, and I caught the cow turning back.
We caught a little.
Yeah, the stockyards was cool though. I did like that.
I like the oldness of it. It's just so
Mm-hmm.
old west, old cowboy. You know, the cobblestone streets, the old buildings. You didn't see it, but one of the Friday, we went outside and hung out around the water garden, I think is what it's called.
I don't
But
know.
there's these water fountains.
Downtown or by
Yeah,
the
it's right
expo?
outside. It was right outside where the expo is. And the boys ran around because we met up with Matt's brother and our sister-in-law and our niece and nephew. And so the boys got to run around outside for a good,
Yeah, and then we
Probably
came back
hour.
in for Dippin' Dots. That was $8 for the smallest thing ever. And I didn't think it was ice cream, so I wanted ice cream, and it didn't work.
it was Dippin' Dots. It was
We
expensive.
did.
Ice cream!
Who cares about the ice cream? How about the donuts?
Oh, those were the best things ever. I wish we had them right there.
What?
In our
Yeah.
Was it Parlor?
Parlor donuts. Oh,
It's a
my Lord.
donut made out of a croissant dough. It was amazing.
They were
I literally
so
wish
good.
they were in my fireplace right now. So I could just order
We did
them.
that. We had a lot of viewers and a lot of people at the show recommend us to go to
I wish I could have
Rodeo Burger.
Lululemon also.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But what was it? Rodeo Burger? Rodeo something burger joint, and that place was awesome.
Oh, that place was really
What
good.
was that one?
Where you were playing ring toss.
We had a lot of burgers.
We did.
Oh,
We
yeah.
tried to go to NADC, but we did go to
We
NADC
did.
Burger. That was
I
not.
can't recommend it.
Yeah,
not
no, it
worth
wasn't
not
right.
worth the money.
We went to Dream Park, which the boys got to play and run around outside
I
on a
got
really cool
this.
park
Eat lunch.
and eat lunch there. Yeah, you got a rope burn, didn't you?
Yeah,
on
we-
the climbing equipment.
We definitely jumped around a decent amount. Like we tried to pack in a bunch of stuff that was more like on the way from the expo, between the expo and our house.
I mean, really, if we're being honest, most of our time was spent at the expo.
Well,
Like three
yes,
quarters.
that is true.
Yes, it was
That
either
is true.
at the expo or at the house. I mean, you were working, and
Yeah,
we just
we-
had to like kind of. They did. It was nice. They had a lot of stuff that kids could participate in, whether it was, some of the spinning wheels or the plinkos or the.
I feel like I'm.
Yeah, they had roping. They had this little roping spot where the boys could rope. That's what I thought you were going to say you liked, but
We did not make the weigh-in.
no,
The
I
weigh-in-
didn't have a desire to go to the weigh-in. They're
I
so
wanted
long.
to.
Hank, can you please sit still?
It was one of those things that started so late. There was no way we were going to get to it with the kids and then get home at a decent hour.
I've never seen Matt so tired. Actually, I haven't seen Matt as tired as he was on Friday night after the show in a long time.
exhausted.
I mean, you were like a zombie at like 8 o'clock. You
Yeah.
were like 100% done.
We
it
were
was a-
right there for 6 hours.
We
That
were
was
there
fine
for
with-
6 hours.
Yeah, it was just one of those things. It's just working the expos are exhausting. I don't know. It's just constant talking to people and standing on hard concrete, going from
Lots of noise,
sponsor to sponsor.
lots of lights,
Yeah,
lots of stimulation everywhere. I
Yeah.
mean, it was.
Lots
We
of
were.
stuff.
Matt's a Bass Life member, so we were able to go into. There was like a little lounge, which was just a room that they had set aside. But it was really nice because the second day of the expo, we were just overwhelmed. It was just too much. We needed a break. So if you were a Life Bass member, you could go in there. They had light refreshments. They had fruit and some water and tea and coffee and
I got a pair of brownies. I got a
Brownies?
brownies.
Yeah, I got.
Why didn't you bring me a brownie?
Please stop
They
it.
ran out.
Bummer.
It was kind of interesting though, because the boys were wearing their jerseys at the expo both days, and
Besides the
they
one time-
they ran back to get some fruit, and I saw this gentleman go, "That's Matt Steffen's kids," and I was like, and I knew he was probably looking for you, but he was like, it was like he was flabbergasted that Hank and Duke were in the room. It was kind of
We
funny.
saw a lot of friends. I mean, we roomed with Johnny
And Hanyel.
and Hanyel, and then who else? We ran into like Austin Felix. We ran into
Miles.
Fat
Matt
Cat,
Becker.
Fat Cat.
Miles. Well,
Matt.
I didn't actually see Matt and Brittany Becker.
Oh, you didn't?
We did.
I never did.
Yeah, we
We
did.
did.
We saw him. Said hi.
It just so many anglers. That's one thing. The leagues are so split now that it's really nice to be able to see like anglers I fished against years ago who are in a different league now and be able to catch up. And
We also saw Charlie Evans.
We did see Charlie Evans multiple times. I saw Charlie. He's still working hard.
Still
One of the
kicking it,
hardest
man.
working anglers in the game.
Drew Gill.
Yeah, we went and had we had dinner with Drew Gill.
And we also saw him at one of the booths.
Yeah.
You saw Drew at the booth. Yeah, lots of
Just
people.
playing
Lots of
game.
people. Anyways, I guess overall I would recommend going to the Classic with your family. If you're a fishing family or you're looking for something to do and happen to be in that area, I would definitely highly recommend it. Next year is Knoxville, which is, I've never been to the one in Knoxville, but from what I understand, it's potentially the best venue for the Classic.
Why? And when was it last there?
A handful of years ago. My understanding is the Expo and the weigh-in are really close. You walk through the University of Tennessee campus to get from one to the other. The takeoff site right on the river downtown, you can go like easily watch the anglers take off. Like it's just, everything is really compacted. And then, I mean, Knoxville's a fun college town, so
Never
lots
been
of
there.
good stuff to do.
Tennessee?
Is this going to have to be another one of those things they have to add onto the calendar the year
Yes.
from now on?
I mean, we'll see. I mean, I'll leave that up to
it
you
was
guys.
this year. It worked
Maybe I'll take the
perfectly because it coincided with our spring break.
Yeah.
You cannot take the boys. You weren't with the boys
Why?
3/4 of the time there.
Ish
you
is
were
gonna be
working.
there.
Oh, okay.
I'll just leave him
He's
with Ish.
working.
That's fine. He'll leave him with Ish. I'll take him back at night. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. Let me know if you guys have any questions regarding the Classic, and we'll give you the family perspective of it. And stay tuned for tomorrow's episode. Tomorrow's episode, because I'm also going to give some of my takeaways about the Classic from an angler's perspective, things that I liked or did not like regarding the Classic. That may give you a little bit more insight to just more from the industry side, I guess, versus the family side. But
Yeah.
overall, boys, what do you think? Classic, should we go back?
100%. Great.
That's a long great. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. New video coming out tomorrow.